What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the city of Vineland. It is episode number 676, and it is the first episode in Underground Sports Philadelphia podcast history that our Philadelphia Phillies are back on top and kings of the National League East. That is right. The Phillies have clinched the NL East. They have clinched a bye in the playoffs, so they are going right through to the NLDS. Flags fly forever, everyone. And no matter what, there's going to at least be a new tan flag out in center field at Citizens Bank Park, and we're hoping for a whole lot more as the postseason is on the horizon. I'm your boy, KB. We're going to dive into everything Phillies, talk about why this is so special, why it's so important that the Phillies won the division, checked off another box on their checklist for goals of this season, why the bye week is important, and why they're not like the Atlanta Braves. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. But before we get into all that, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. Search us on your favorite social media app of choice, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch. We're all on there. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311 and on Instagram and Threads at KBIZZLE11. Subscribe to the podcast feed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to know, last year during Red October, it was quite the spectacle on the podcast. We have a lot planned for everybody, okay? This Red October is going to be bigger and better than ever, and we need your help. Subscribe to the pod. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form, leave a 5-star rating and review. It really does go a long way for helping the show continue to grow, helps more people find Underground Sports Philadelphia, and allows us to do more dope stuff with and for you guys all Red October long. Subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. I am putting a goal out there. The Phillies do not play again once the season concludes until October 5th. Can we get the YouTube channel to 900 subscribers before first pitch on October 5th? The ball is in your court. The ball is in your pitcher on the mound's glove. Let's make that happen. 900 subscribers before first pitch on October 5th. Leave a like on the video. Hit the bell icon so you know when new videos go live. That is our YouTube channels where you get every single podcast on our network in video form. You get clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It's all on our YouTube channel. Let's get to 900 subscribers before Red October truly kicks off. And, of course, guys, this show is presented by the City of Vineland, and the City of Vineland Municipal Calendar features city-organized, city-sponsored, and city-affiliated events that are of public interest. The calendar, which is accessible at vinelandcity.org, is a good way for residents and visitors to build awareness, remain engaged with city government, and participate in local events. You can also follow the City of Vineland on social media via their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. And through these tools, you can stay connected to the community and get important announcements about programs and services offered by the city, Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
At the Vineland Municipal Utilities, we understand that when our business community thrives, we all win. As a not-for-profit utility, our reliability, lower cost of operations, and flexibility in meeting customer needs make doing business in Vineland beneficial to your bottom line. What's more, we are able to do so while maintaining our commitment to environmental stewardship. We look forward to helping you achieve your business goals now and for years to come. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for keeping this podcast going and their continued support of this podcast. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the first time since 2011, the Philadelphia Phillies are dancing as division champs. It feels good. It feels good to be back on top. It's been too long since we've been kings of the East. And man, in this age of baseball where the Phillies do have the best rivalry in baseball when it's Phillies-Braves, Phillies-Mets is as hot as ever. It feels good to be back on top after so long. After so long of being, a wild card the past couple years and not in the playoffs since 2011 before 2022. It feels so good to say we are NL East champions. The Philadelphia Phillies are NL East champions. National League champions, baby. It means a lot, especially for our generation. If you are listening to this podcast and you're in the age demographic of, 24? Is that too young? How old are you if you're 24? You're born in 2000, so you were 8 years old. So maybe you kind of, let's say like when you were, if you're in the age demo 25, let's say 25 to like further beyond, the 2000s Phillies and early 2010s mean a lot to you. That run was special, and it's awesome that we're going on a run now that a lot of us are in adulthood and really taking it in for how difficult it is to do what the Phillies did during 07 to 11 and taking it all in now with this iteration of the Phillies and just how damn good they are. And for them to finally get over the hump of the Braves, and I'm not discrediting the Braves. They're still a very good team. There's still a chance they make the playoffs even with all the injuries they've had. And I'm not saying it's because Acuna and Strider got hurt. Would that have helped the Braves in the divisional battle? Absolutely. But the Phillies took advantage early on. That was before Acuna got hurt. That was before Strider was truly injured. The Phillies were doing what they had to do early in the season. They were over like 30 games over 500 in the first half. They took care of opponents that were in front of them to build a substantial lead in the division, and they never looked back. From May 3rd on, the Phillies have been in first place in the National League East. They held onto that division title. They never fell. I think within 5 games was the closest anybody got. Division champs, baby. It's so awesome. Like, it just feels good. It feels right that this team gets to accomplish a division championship. Bryce Harper said he's played in this division his entire career. It's the hardest division in baseball to win. Bryce Harper's now a National League East champion with a Phillies uniform on. Zach Wheeler is now a National League East champion with a Phillies uniform on. Aaron Nola is now a division champion for the first time in his career. JT Realmuto is a division champ for the first time in a Phillies uniform. It feels good, man. It feels good. It feels right that this team is capturing these milestones. They go first playoff appearance in 2022. They go to the World Series. They catch the ride of a lifetime. Last year, they go back to the playoffs, have magical moments. Now they've done a little bit better this regular season. They're not a wild card team. They've controlled their own destiny since May. They've taken care of tiebreakers against the Dodgers, against the Brewers, against the Mets, against the Padres. This team has set themselves up for success in the postseason, and I know everyone's probably quaking in their boots that a bye week is happening. The Phillies will have 5 days off in between the wild card and the NLDS. Guess what? This team has people that know how to navigate the bye that have been successful. Kevin Long was with the Nationals in 2019 when they had a layoff before the World Series. our assistant hitting coach, and I'm blanking on his name, and I apologize, used to be with the Astros and was with the Astros in 2022 when they had a bye. We have people on this team that understand the bye, and I think we're just more calculated. We know what the postseason beast is. We're not taking it lightly. We have a task. This team has a goal in mind, and it's to be at the final step, and that's to raise that World Series trophy again. And this is just step 1. And getting the bye was step 2. Okay, you clinch the playoff spot by winning the division. You have a bye. Now you got to take care of business. Figure out where you're going to be seated. And now it's time to lock in. Red October is here. And it's time to take care of business, whether it's the Mets, the Braves, the Diamondbacks, the Padres, the Brewers, whoever it may be. When you find out who it is, you got to lock in. And I think we have the pitching to do it. The hitting has had its moments where it's had its dips, okay? They got to find their stride. And I'd rather them be fluky right now than firing on all cylinders here down the stretch when they've clinched, they're in, they know they have a bye, and then 5 days off, and then they kind of lose the momentum that they had carrying into the bye week. They're going to figure some things out. I'm excited for this team. I think they have the intangibles. They have the leadership. They have the goal in mind of what they want to accomplish. And the best part about this is, say they end up being the 2 seed, it's either the Brewers, the Mets, or the Braves, or the Diamondbacks, depending on how it all shakes out. Regardless, you know those teams. You've played those teams relatively recent outside of the Diamondbacks, which was about what will be 2 months ago from the last time you faced them. But you've played the Braves recently. You've played the Mets recently. You've played the Brewers extremely recently. Same with the Mets. Guys, I'm just excited. This is why we play, okay? We play for banner. Flags fly forever. You can't take this division title away from us. I don't care if it's like, oh, you're talking about the division. No, this is important. The grind of a baseball season is insane. Think about how long ago this season started. Spring training was back in February when this team set goals. They set the culture of what this team, in particular the 2024 Phillies, were going to be. That was set in February. It is the end of September now. That's 8 months. You're going into month 9. It's a whole baby. Okay? Division titles mean something. It is awesome to win your division in baseball. That should never be taken lightly by baseball fans ever. If you win your division, that's something to hold your hat on. That is awesome. That flag is going to fly forever. Now it's time to improve the color on that flag. Now it's time to make it a blue and eventually a red. At the end of the day, that flag needs to be red flying out at Citizens Bank Park in center field next to the years 1980 and 2008. And another reason I'm excited is I've been talking with some amazing fellas who may have been the curators of the new Phillies celebration mix in the clubhouse with Garrett Stubbs. And it just so happens they are just fantastic human beings. Been chatting with them. We're working out scheduling and seeing what works best. But the Armentani brothers are coming on the pod. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped to pick their brains, listen to what they have to say about just the connection that they've made. They're Philly guys, and the fact that Garrett Stubbs and the Phillies chose them, and the uniqueness of this mix and what it means. And I think it just encapsulates it. Like, listening to the mix, and we'll link it in the description, this mix for the Phillies captures the 2024 regular season and preseason, like with spring training and everything, it captures this season as like a time capsule of music, of sound drops from players. Like Brandon Marsh's Stay Loose and Sexy is in there. Jose Alvarado's spring training interview where he's some fucking fat is in there. The Phillies bell ringing is in there. Like, it's such a time capsule of the 2024 Phillies. It's an audio yearbook almost. It's so cool. It's so unique. No other team has this, and I'm excited to have those boys on this show pretty soon to chop it up, talk some music, talk some Phils, and get you guys fired up for Red October. I will be in the building on October 6th, NLDS Game 2. Your boy and CFO Margie will be in the building, so you'll have boots on the ground in Citizens Bank Park coverage of Game 2 of the NLDS. Very excited for that. And, you know, when you're my age and, like, in my age range, stuff like this is cool, and you don't realize when you're growing up. And from 07 to 11, I was in middle school and high school. And because the Phillies did it so often, they go to the playoffs, they win the World Series, they go back to the World Series, they go back to the NLCS, the NLDS, they're going to the playoffs year over year. You're just like, wow, like this is just how it is. This is how it is in Philly. We just go to the playoffs. And then it goes away for a long time. From 2012 to 2021. Damn near a decade. Playoff baseball was non-existent in Philadelphia. And now they go back to the playoffs the last 3 years. They've made a World Series appearance. They've been to 2 straight NLCSs. They've now won a division. It's stuff that you learn to not take for granted anymore at my age and like when you get older. Like this doesn't happen every year. This is only the 12th time in franchise history that the Phillies have won the division. That's insane to think about. Like, the Phillies have won the division in 1976, 1977, 1978, 1980, 83, 93. So before I was born, the Phillies won 6 division titles. And they've won 6 since I've been born. And that's it. Okay, prior to 07, they had won 6 division titles. And then they won 07, 08, 09, 10, 11. They won 5 in a row. And now 2024. They went 13 years without winning a division from 07 to 11 after that run. And before, 93 and the gap between 93 and 07, which is, math is hard, 14 years, just about the same amount of time. And then 10-year break in between 83 and 93. This doesn't happen all the time, guys. The Phillies winning the division, the Phillies' success overall, this is rare territory for us as fans. The Phillies have been around since 1883 as a franchise. They have 12 division titles. Think about that. Think about that. It is 2024. The Phillies have been around for 141 years. They've won 12 division titles. The Phillies have won the division just about 8 to 9% of the time. 9% of their existence. They've won the division. We've existed, 90s babies, if you include 93 in the mix, for more than half. While it seems like it happens more often than not, we've had our gaps as well. This has been 13 years we've waited for another division crown. Enjoy this success. I said it on an episode previously. This success is not the norm in the history of our teams, especially the Phillies. This has become the new norm, but this is not the overall norm in franchise history. We are witnessing history with this team and the success they've been having over the last 3 years, the 07 to 11 run. Okay, like this is rare territory that we are watching unfold game over game, series over series, year over year. And this team is assembled to win championships. You don't bring Bryce Harper here if you don't feel like you can win multiple championships. You don't make a trade for a JT Realmuto if you don't think you can win multiple championships. You don't sign Zach Wheeler if you don't think you can win multiple championships. You don't sign Aaron Nola long-term after he's gone up through the system and been your franchise guy if you don't think he's part of the puzzle to win multiple championships. This team is built for longevity and success for the now and the later. So let's embrace it. Enjoy it. You know, we might have nights where the bats go cold. We might have nights where the pitching is less than ideal. We need to root for this team. We need to be behind this team. We need to help them. As John Middleton says, we are the 10th man at Citizens Bank Park. We are just as much a part of the success by being a positive force, by making Citizens Bank Park 4 hours of hell. Making it uncomfortable for any opponent that walks through those doors. Red October is here. The Phillies are division champions. They have clinched a bye. Let's enjoy it, everybody. And while we're still battling for positioning and everything, like, think about where this team was 5 years ago when Bryce Harper signed here in 2019. 6 years ago, whatever you want to call it. 2019, Bryce Harper's here. Gabe Kapler's still here. Think about Joe Girardi years. Okay, this team has had some rough goes over the past half decade plus. We are poised to be successful in the postseason. Why? We have the hitting. We have the guys who know what they have to do and what they know they're capable of when it comes to hitting the baseball. We have the pitching. The pitching has been stellar. Zach Wheeler deserves his Cy Young Award this year that he was wrongfully robbed of a few years ago. We have the bullpen from Jeff Hoffman to Matt Strom, Orion Kerkering, Jose Ruiz, Tanner Banks, Jose Alvarado, and of course, Mr. Super Saiyan himself, Carlos Estevez. We have the bullpen to be successful, which last year was lacking at the back end. And for the past couple years, it's been kind of the Achilles heel. You have the pitching. You have the hitting. You have guys that can field. Bryson Stott should be a Gold Glove second baseman this year. You've got Johan Rojas out there defensively. We've seen what he's done on the postseason stage. Now it's time to go out full force and deliver. The ball is in our court. And it's on the players, coaches, front office, and us as fans to help bring home John Middleton's fucking trophy. I'm excited for the postseason, guys. We're going into the postseason as division champs with a chip on our shoulder and a lot of unfinished business. And you're telling me this team doesn't like playing with a little adversity in their corner? They don't like being doubted? This team is not going to forget what has happened in the 2022 World Series. They're not going to forget what happened last year in the NLCS, in particular, Games 6 and 7. That just doesn't go away. Those are things that motivate you. That's on the bulletin board until you complete your next challenge. The Phillies have checked off the entry-level challenges. Win the division. Clinch a bye. And now, there's going to be some familiar faces we're going to have to deal with along the way. Whether it be the Brewers and Rhys Hoskins, whether it be those Arizona Diamondbacks, whether it be the Atlanta Braves or the New York Mets. There's a lot of familiarity that is coming our way in different forms. And now it's time to put our game faces on, embrace it, showcase why we are the best team in baseball, and why the likes of Jeff Passons and the national media are thinking we have what it takes to win it all. Enjoy this. Enjoy being a division champ. They can't take that away from us as fans. They can't take that away from the players. The 2024 Phillies will forever be National League East champions. But there's a couple more boxes next to NL East champions that I know we as fans want to check off, and I damn well know the players want to check off. And we're a measly couple weeks away, week and a half maybe, from making all of that kick off and make it a reality. The NLDS is up first. We know that. There's no wild card round this year. There's no best of 3. We've surpassed that. We're better than that. We get to sit back a little bit and watch some teams beat up on each other. See who's going to be coming to our house and who becomes the first round villain this year. Welcome to the postseason. Welcome to Red October, everybody. Postseason baseball in Philadelphia is back. And I'll tell you what, I'm ready to dance. Make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, because we have so much coming to you this Red October season. From content to being in the building at Citizens Bank Park for at least Game 2 of the NLDS. And once the NLCS rolls around, we'll be there too. And the World Series, we're in the building as well. So make sure you're following us. Keep up to date with everything we're doing, covering the Phils, and of course the Eagles, the Sixers, the Flyers, the Union, the Water Dogs, and the Wings. Follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311. Subscribe to the pod on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Welcome back to being on schedule. Thank you guys for being so courteous and kind with the just hodgepodge schedule of updates. It's been a wild 2 months of getting caught back up, but I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your kindness and support. I'm very happy to be back on track and delivering episodes for you that will be out every Monday and Thursday from here on out. So yeah, be a friend, tell a friend to subscribe to the pod, leave a 5-star rating and review. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@undergroundsportsphiladelphia. Leave a like on the video. Click the bell icon so you know when new videos, live streams, clips, and anything else go live on the channel. And, of course, drop a comment. Your excitement about Red October. Your excitement about the Phillies being 2024 National League East champions. Oh, and if you're on social media, we want someone to help energize our Red October coverage. No free ads here, but who better than the official energy partner of the Philadelphia Phillies? Ghost Energy. Tag Ghost Energy on social media and let them know that they should hop on board with us for Red October. We want to work with them. what perfect way to energize our Red October coverage than with the official energy partner of the Philadelphia Phillies? Ghost. Let's make something happen, boys and gals and Phillies fans alike. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And, of course, guys, get your merch. Gear up for Red October with our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. Click the link in the description or go to phiapparel.co if you want to stand out in the crowd at the bank, at the link, Xfinity Live, wherever you're watching your favorite sports teams, or rep Underground Sports Philadelphia with our official podcast merch. Use code Underground at checkout for 10% off your next merch order at phiapparel.co or click the link in the description and use code Underground for 10% off your order. And, of course, guys, this show is presented by the City of Vineland. And whether you're a company looking to expand, relocate, or you're a new business startup, selecting the right location is critical to your success. Vineland, New Jersey offers both an affordable business location and an excellent quality of life. The city's Economic Development Department is a one-stop source for moving your project through the development and approval process, and their goal is to make this process as smooth as possible and to provide the fastest turnaround times in the region. If you're considering potential locations for your operation, contact the Vineland Economic Development Team at 856-794-4100. That's 856-794-4100. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. This has been episode number 676, a welcome back Red October edition, and a 2024 National League East Champions edition of Underground Sports Philadelphia. I'm your boy KB. Let's go Phils. Welcome back to Red October, baby. And we're champions of the NL East. Beasts of the East. The East runs through us. Kings of the National League East. I'm getting the heck up out of here. I'll see you on the next episode. But until then, I'm signing off. Peace. Go Phils.